Are we recording?
Do you want me to hit record?
Sure, do it.
I hit record.
Hey, hit record. I don't know what we're going to talk about today because I didn't think about this episode at all.
I also got to change the background.
You know what? You want to talk about soundtracks?
Sure. I know
Like,
you're a way bigger fan of soundtracks than I am.
This is true.
Let's do this. We'll talk about soundtracks. That's fine.
All right.
I'll do my classic intro. Hello, citizens. Welcome to Hollywood is Dead. I'm Phoenix West.
That's a Dick digging on the Hollywood is Dead show. What's going on out there? Radio Land.
There's a girl in here. She's got some big old titties. We're gonna make her jump for some corn tickets.
Jump for cash on the morning zoo.
You can't see it, but her titties are huge. They're made
nipples. You ever see nipples that big? I haven't seen them that big since 1942.
And we're not talking about the areolas. We're talking about the literal nipples.
And like erasers, double erasers, the kind getting a Scholastic book fair. Whoa!
It looks like she has a Sharpie hanging off her tits. It's real freaky.
Titties.
Man, are they real and totally in the room? Oh man, I never got the Howard Stern shit. What is like? He can be funny, but not that shock jock bullshit.
You're a sexy girl. What's your name? I'm Tiffany. Oh, you got some nice titties there. Oh, that's great. Let's see them. Oh yeah, look at that. They're pierced. Yeah, good job.
But this is the titties you see.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah,
it's in my mind. And I think it's funny that like who had that story where I think it was Zach Galifianakis, like Kesha said she would like totally fuck Zach Galifianakis because she thought he was so sexy. He's like the most unsexy man in history. And he's just like, yeah, whatever. Like he kind of rolled his eyes at that, saying like, yeah, what a bunch of lies, what a bunch of bullshit, because he didn't buy it. And there's probably girls out there that because like Artie Lang got fucking laid all the time.
Yeah, he also pays for $10,000 night hookers.
Well, he got laid all the time.
Just saying,
because he spent a lot of money on drugs too. I mean that'll do it.
Mostly on drugs.
Let's be honest. You paid for the women.
He snorted his nose off his face. The man clearly spent a lot of money on drugs.
Yes, he did. He doesn't have a septum.
Poor guy.
I mean, Jesus Christ.
He seems to be finally doing good.
He is. I think so. But, the problem with his drug use.
That would be immoral.
And all the hookering. All the whoring he did
that would be immoral.
Yeah, there you go.
You know who has a less destroyed nose? That girl's nose is in better shape than Artie Lang.
She just went right to sleep with that punch by Carrie Ellius. But you know what? If you got punched in the face like that, you'd have to go to the doctor.
Go with the doctor, lady. Mom going to be fine now. Everything going to be irie.
We spent 5 minutes making fun of radio DJs, and now we're basically doing
that. I wish we had more stuff to use.
I did add a couple of them for you. I know we're playing a lot of clips. I'm going to show 2 more or 3 more just because they're new. This is the loud one. So warning if you're driving.
Ken?
I might need to lower the volume on that.
That works as a visual more than this audio.
We talk about it a lot, so
what a
because I cranked the sound because some of the recent ones have been super quiet and this one's just super loud.
That one is loud. That was pretty good.
Here's the other 2.
I wash myself with a rag on a stick.
Oh, I'm so glad.
And then here you go. Here's the one you've been requesting.
Yes.
I don't see why Rainier Wolfcastle should be the star. I think we should bring back Dirk Richter. Kids will want to see the original Radioactive Man.
I keep telling you, he's 73 years old and he's dead.
Granted, but...
Besides, we want to stay as far away from...
That's brilliant.
Granted? I didn't edit that one. That's just
no, that's fine. Yeah, it's fine. That's better. That's fine.
All right. Yeah, we don't. Oh, we should mention we don't have a topic today. We were discussing. Oh,
That's my
soundtracks.
fault.
I was on my way home from work today, and I'm like, "What the fuck are we talking about?" We never came to a consensus there, or even mentioned the show during the week.
We got a comment on here.
Who the fuck? George Floyd is into the chat. Okay.
Oh.
Get political.
Hey, man.
Getting political. All right, so soundtracks. I don't know.
Sure.
Like two come to mind. Like two soundtracks.
Well, what would you consider? Right, like the last, like I mean, in the 80s, you would have this need for a record to come out with the movie, so you had two best-selling items coming out. Because shit, every other movie, especially Peter Gruber's, their movies always had a soundtrack because they did Footloose. You had I'm sorry, they did Footloose. They did Flashdance. Then you had Footloose. You had Urban Cowboy. Even Batman. They were worried about the soundtrack coming out, with the movie. So they wanted Michael Jackson, but they got Prince, which still is an odd choice, either one for a Batman movie.
It works though, the Prince song, especially when he's dancing around on the float.
I do like that, yeah.
Yeah. The song works there. It is a little dated as hell, but
it is dated, but I do love it. It's such a weird time, which is like, wow, that for some reason that works. And you're just like, why? I don't know.
It's funny you brought up Batman because the second one I was going to mention is Batman and Robin. Terrible movie.
Soundtrack was good. Right, yeah. Well, Batman Forever soundtrack was pretty good.
Yeah.
That was one
Didn't it have Kiss from a Rose on it?
Yes, it did. That was a huge hit for Seal.
Yeah.
You listen to the lyrics. Lyrics make no sense, but whatever.
I don't remember anything about that song.
Kiss from a Rose on the Grave.
So I'm looking at the best soundtracks according to Google.
Yes, I'm curious.
And I'm noticing the only thing that exists after the year 2000 is Garden State, which if you're into like the fucking Kinks or something or whatever the hell's on that.
Yeah.
And then anything recent is ones that are made for the nostalgia of things, which is the Guardians of the Galaxy movies.
Right, yes. Which
I also did have Romeo plus Juliet soundtrack. I had that.
That one's pretty yeah, I'd say that's a famous one. That's the 96 when that came out. I remember my sister had that soundtrack.
Yeah.
But definitely the Crow. Oh yeah, I used to buy them all. That's all I used to buy was soundtracks. Whenever I went to Sam Goody or the warehouse in the mall, you'd buy a $17 fucking CD if you're lucky.
I bought the $23 for a CD.
Right? Yeah, I was just saying. Yeah, I bought the Fifth Element soundtrack for Christ's sake. Can you imagine that? That's a rare soundtrack. I have it. I still have it. Oh, wow. Little Light of Love. It's got that.
I never
weird
soundtracks that had like that big hit, like the Top Gun.
Right. Yeah.
Or like those kind of soundtracks. I like ones that had a collection of songs, but it really depends on the movie you're watching.
Well, I like scores.
I like original score.
Scores are the big one. Yeah.
I listen to the Shawshank score when I'm writing or doing anything like that.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Anything Thomas Newman did.
Yeah.
I can't get over the fact that there's two brothers. They both do music soundtracks. Could not be more different.
Oh, yeah. Randy Newman, Thomas Newman.
Could not be more different.
You're my best friend. Gonna tell you about my friend.
I
love it. And the other one is fucking Shawshank.
Yeah.
When he comes out,
all Thomas Newman songs sound the same. All the soundtracks. Because I also have like Road to Perdition.
Yeah.
And Redemption. What's that movie? The Sam Mendes movie.
Revolutionary Road.
Revolutionary Road. Thank you. Right. I listen to those and they're all the same soundtrack.
Right.
With slight variations. They all have the cello and the.
They do, because that's their style. I noticed because like John Williams is different but the same. Like a lot of his soundtracks, you'd be surprised what his stuff like. It kind of like, oh, okay, that's John Williams. I didn't realize that. Like he did JFK. He did a lot of Oliver Stone movies, which is kind of weird. John Williams did a bunch of Oliver Stone, and then you listen to like his Superman and Star Wars. It's similar. He's got that horn section. He loves the horns and the strings. He does that a lot. But I love John Williams. I'll listen to all his stuff, and I have like hours upon hours listening to John Williams. But James Horner is another one who apes himself a lot. He reuses the same themes a lot. He does that every time there's a bad guy. The music is because
Oh yeah.
He did
Ennio
the Mask of Zorro.
Good
Ennio
soundtrack.
Morricone is great, but he repeats himself a lot.
Yeah.
But it's because he's done like 5,000 fucking
yeah.
soundtrack. I mean, he's done so many. That guy works his dick, his Italian dick. Oh, he's dead now, but rest in peace. You know,
It's so weird looking up the best soundtracks because
well,
a
based
lot of
on
these
what,
movies
like,
are forgotten.
well, like based on monetary, like sales, or just good because they're
just
good.
Best.
Because like I think John Williams has won 5 Oscars for music, maybe 6. I think that's like maybe Bernard Herrmann's won more, but other than that, I think Hans Zimmer's won a few, not many though. But Hans Zimmer rips himself off because shit. If you listen to Inception, there's that composition called Time. It's exactly the same as the one from Thin Red Line, only there's like a violin over it, and it's like that's the only difference. It's the same composition piece. I was shocked when my friend was like, "Yo, that's the same music." I'm like, you gotta be kidding me, because nobody saw Thin Red Line, but everybody saw Inception, so he could do that, I guess.
I saw a Thin Red Line when it came out.
No,
I was like so fucking bored.
Nobody listened to that soundtrack, so I can re-release it on the Inception album.
And then I watched it as an adult, and I'm like, "This is a really good movie."
Yeah, that's
like totally different.
Holy shit, Terrence Malick is a genius.
I remember being bored to tears because it was just Ben Chapman, was it?
Right.
No, was it Ben Chapman?
No, Jim Caviezel.
Jim Caviezel, thank you. And he's
Ben
just on a
Chapman's
beach,
in it, but yeah,
and he's just like weaving shit, and I'm like, oh my god, he's talking about like when I first came to this island, and I'm like, oh, shut up! Like I was so bored.
I guess the original cut though, that was Jim Caviezel's movie, and Terrence Malick just re-edited it and kind of cut him out of the movie. He was supposed to be the star of that movie.
It is weird to laugh when someone dies because they both Thin Red Line and Saving Private Ryan have like a comedy moment with someone dying horribly. Saving Private Ryan has that part where he takes off the helmet after he gets shot in the helmet. And he's like, "Oh,
you lucky bastard!"
He gets shot in the head. And then Thin Red Line is Woody Harrelson has he goes to pull off the
grenade. Yeah,
pulls the pin instead. He blows up.
But he sits on it though. It's more heroic than anything else.
Yeah, but it's still like played for comedies.
Is it comedy or just you're a sick fuck?
Could be both. I did masturbate to Schindler's List.
So. Exactly. Another great soundtrack, Schindler's List. Those violins make you cry every time.
It's me cry white tears out of different parts of my body.
And Godfather, great soundtrack. I just watched. I rewatched Godfather and Godfather 2. Watched Godfather 2 on the plane from Louisiana. That was a good 3-hour kill.
Black Panther keeps popping up on these lists as great soundtrack.
I think that one sold a lot. That one had a lot of like rap songs that people liked.
Yeah, assembled by Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
You know what else I watched? I did have the soundtrack too. Was Murder Was the Case. It was like a Snoop Dogg soundtrack. It was a lot of early '90s gangster rap. It was.
What about 187? Is that a good soundtrack?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
That's a movie.
187.
Weird comedy bits.
That one definitely, definitely.
Collins is walking around. Fucking God, though. Gets fucking Indian, gets shot with an arrow. That is a weird movie.
I want to watch that again. I gotta find that movie. I
forgot about the Indian thing till right now.
Yeah, that movie's great.
So
187 is one of those forgotten masterpieces.
It was. I enjoy that. I've seen it a lot.
Much like Falling Down, kind of in the same category.
Yeah. Only Falling Down was played like way more overtly, like he's yelling stuff.
Right.
And it's like,
yeah.
That's more what the movie's about. The 187 was just
like a revenge.
What is this? Yeah. Some weird, bizarre movie. Back when they used to make a lot of movies about teachers working in the inner city, and
this was the 1985 era.
The kids.
Yeah.
Because you got Dangerous Minds, Principal.
Well, those are the Substitute. You're thinking that the Principal was in the 80s with because there was 2 eras. There was the 80s
Stand By Me area.
Stand By Me, Principal, Stand and Deliver. you have all those movies from the 80s. Then the mid 90s was about gangs. So I think gangs in the inner city is where that's the difference, I would say.
It's Stand By Me, but I meant Stand and Deliver, obviously.
Stand and Deliver.
Yeah.
Finger Man.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah, but I'm grouping them all together because that was a era where, and then suddenly nothing. Like they don't make, like you got Bad Teacher.
Yeah. And that soundtrack was no good. with Cameron Diaz, another horrible.
High Fidelity was another good soundtrack.
High Fidelity is a good soundtrack. That's up there. I would argue one of the most underrated soundtracks is Mask of Zorro. I think that one's fantastic. That one's really good. That's like one of James Horner best, but like not underappreciated albums because they had that wonderful song with Mark Anthony and I think Tina Arena. They do the I'll spend my lifetime loving you. One of those like love songs that never makes the top 10, like ever. Like no one ever heard that song unless you watch. Dark City, another great soundtrack. Dark City's got a good soundtrack. That's a good one.
Well, it's going back to Alex Proyas with The Crow.
Yeah, Alex Proyas.
Music. And then suddenly he can't do anything right.
Well, he can't do anything right because he fucking fucked up with the Gods of Egypt movie.
Well, he fucked up long before that.
With his Paradise Lost. I like Knowing. Knowing was fine.
Okay.
I don't hate it.
Clearly, you're like, oh, he should not be working for a massive movie. He needs to do these little movies because
Roger Ebert,
The Crow and Dark City are in my favorite lists.
Oh yeah, no, I love those two movies are fantastic. I love those movies.
Australian people making movies. I for some reason I love Australian movies.
Yeah,
got to think. It's like probably my second favorite. Like, my favorite foreign market, I should say. After U.S. We're number one.
Chopper's great. That's Australian. Yeah. Chopper. That's a good one.
The Rover, The Proposition. I love all those movies.
The Rover's good. Animal Factory.
Animal Kingdom.
Animal Kingdom. That was a good one.
I have not seen that show.
I haven't seen the show either.
Has been on the last season for the last. It keeps going in the final season. I'm like, how long is this final season lasting?
It's like Kiss's. It's Kiss's farewell tour. They've been doing it for 30 years.
It's ridiculous.
Love Gun.
Or it's what's the Tommy Lee band?
Motley Crue.
Motley Crue did their final tour. They went and now they're going to do another one because they made so much money.
We're going on the final tour.
I'm looking up the 15 best film scores of the 20th century.
Okay,
21st century so far.
What would they say?
This is according to Classic FM digital radio.
Stupid.
It's just the first one I came. Requiem for a Dream by Clint Mansell, 2000.
Yeah, that was good.
Gladiator, 2000.
That's good.
Zimmer.
Okay.
Harry Potter, John Williams.
I guess. Yeah, that makes sense.
Lord of the Rings films, Howard Shore.
I would agree. Lord of the Rings is very good.
The Hours by Philip Glass.
I didn't hear that one.
Pirates of the Caribbean, Hans Zimmer, Klaus Atonement, Dario Marianelli.
I have no clue of that one.
It's a good movie.
I've seen the movie. I don't remember the score.
People watch that and I'm like, this is a horror movie to me. This is terrifying.
Atonement, yeah.
I was watching this is my fucking nightmare. And she's fucking Benedict Cumberbatch. When
she's floating in the tube when it floods, that last shot is like fucking haunting. It's like, oh my God, this is fucking horrifying.
No, just the premise of the original, why he has to go to fucking into the war.
Is because she
lied.
He lied, fucking Benedict Cumberbatch, little bitch, a little bastard child lied, and look what it did. Call back to the Twilight Zone. Yeah, don't trust kids, little fuckers.
Oh, I agree with this one. Number 8, There Will Be Blood, Johnny Greenwood.
That's good. Oh, so these are all 2000 after 21st century. Right? Yeah. Okay.
Up. Under the Skin. I've still yet to see that movie.
I haven't seen that either. I need to watch that one.
Interstellar, Hans Zimmer, 2014.
I don't know about that. I wouldn't agree.
The Hateful Eight, Ennio Morricone, but that's just all leftovers.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
Black Panthers on here as well. Joker. Soul.
I don't remember Joker soundtrack being anything interesting.
Oh shit! I didn't realize Soul was by John Batiste, Atticus Ross, and Trent Reznor. That's interesting.
Soul.
I know they.
The
Yeah,
animated
the Disney
movie.
movie. Yeah.
Wow. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, well,
didn't know that
Social
at all.
Network. Social Network's got to
I
be
was
on
just
there.
gonna say those two guys.
That's a good one. Social Network was a good soundtrack.
Yeah, I like Nine Inch Nails, and Atticus
Yeah.
They finally introduced Atticus Ross into the band Nine Inch Nails, so it's not.
Book of Eli. Atticus Ross's Book of Eli. That was a great soundtrack. That's a good one.
That's a great movie.
I'm gonna eat some cat.
Hairless, weird cat.
She wants some hairless cat. God, I lost his name. The fucking cameoed in the movie. Oh yeah, that's good. I like that.
Oh, it's
what's his name?
The singer.
Yeah. Oh my god, I blanked on his name.
Yeah, me too.
It'll come to us in a minute.
God damn it!
He's in everything.
Yeah. God,
speaking of soundtracks, Joker did them. Heath Ledger did a version of them for the Joker. Oh God! Hey, how you doing? Oh no, that's good. I like that. You got any chapstick? You got chapstick? No, I've got chapstick.
He's in Down by Law.
Yeah.
Coffee and Cigarettes, right?
Yeah, he's in all those. Oh my God, this is horrible. He's in Seven Psychopaths. I'm just fuck.
Oh,
this is horrible. It's gonna come to you right when.
Usually, between the two of us, one of us can come up with a name.
I know this is terrible.
Yeah, he's in Seven
Psychopaths.
So.
Paul Waits. Or
Tom Waits.
Tom Waits. Tom Waits.
Yeah.
Tom Waits. I didn't even look it up. I couldn't find Tom Waits. Just came to me. Tom Waits. Yeah.
All right, there we go.
Yeah. Oh my God. Oh yeah, that's good. I like those KFC wet naps when he gives them.
Do you prefer a soundtrack to a movie that has all original music, or one that has really good songs that you don't really know that much, but are pre-existing songs? Which would you prefer?
Well, you watch Quentin Tarantino movies, and that's all there is pre-existing songs that works, and that's good.
Hateful Eight.
And Martin Scorsese does it. A lot of guys do it because it's for whatever the period is, and it works. So I don't mind those, but it's not like
you're Martin Scorsese and it doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly. He's doing everything, and like Forrest Gump, like that soundtrack, I wouldn't buy it. It's all a bunch of old '60s songs.
It was on the list.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, so what's their 20th century list? They have a 20th century list?
No, that was on that first list I looked up.
Oh, okay.
That was on there, but
because I'm sure Titanic is on there because that fucking song. My Heart Will Go On.
That was on there.
I'm sure.
The other thing that comes to mind now, like the only thing I think of recently now, is that Kate Bush Running Up That Hill song.
Yeah, but that's Stranger Things, and that's not a movie. That's not. I don't count those.
I'm saying like that. No. That's the only soundtrack I can think of recently.
Right? Yeah. Whatever song. Maybe Top Gun 2, but there was no soundtrack on that. That's like it's like
then you bring Kenny Loggins' corpse back in.
They did.
How old is he now?
He is in the beginning. It does have the flying to the danger zone for the first like 2 seconds, and then it goes away. And then it's like they have they keep going back to the original score of Top Gun.
Oh,
that happens.
Question: I didn't see the new Top Gun. Did they do the stupid cliche that I fucking hate, where they do the intro, the beginning of the movies, like back around the original time, and it ends with Highway to the Danger Zone?
No,
it catches up with now.
No. It starts off. It starts off on it. I think it starts off showing jets taking off from the aircraft carrier, and then it's just Tom Cruise waking up, going to work. He's testing a new plane, and they want him to go Mach 10 or Mach 9, and then he said, "Okay, it's Mach 9," and then they said, "Oh no." Ed Harris comes to town. He's the admiral, and he says it has to be Mach 10 or we mothballing the whole thing. And so Tom Cruise takes it to Mach 10, and like it crashes. But he does it. He takes it to Mach 10, and it blows up. And that's a funny moment. But it's just Ed Harris looks so old. He is so old in this, and he has the gall. He has the gall to say, "You're a dinosaur, Maverick." And it's like, dude. Tom Cruise looks amazing. Like Tom Cruise looks like he just stepped out of Top Gun.
You're only like
1986.
15 years older than him, but you look like you
You
look
look
like
like
Tom Cruise after he died.
Exactly. You look like Tom Cruise from The Mummy. Like you look terrible.
Yeah, Ed Harris is in Westworld.
Yes,
He's
he
fucking
is.
phenomenal on that show.
Yeah, I haven't watched the last season though. Or I didn't watch the last season. Was it the last season, or there's one more season?
Season 4 just came out. They're doing one more, I believe. I still haven't watched season 3 yet, though.
I haven't watched season 3 either. Yeah,
yeah. It's
I
watched the first episode.
Season 1 I loved. Season 2 I was like, eh.
Yeah,
but
season 1 is fucking solid.
Season 1's probably one of my favorite seasons of a show.
They probably needed to stop after season 1, but
yeah, I kind of like the fact. Yeah, if they would have just left it like that, it probably would have been a better show because it's really good. It leaves a lot of questions. It's like I don't want the answers. Yeah, I like the.
Don't
are they the next step of human evolution? Is these robots and they're just more human than human, and that's what it is? Or because Anthony Hopkins created the next step of humanity, of them being robots. That was cool.
But that
Anthony Hopkins was great.
Set up,
yeah,
and he sets up his own murder suicide.
Yeah,
like it's interesting as hell. But
yeah,
and then season 2, like we're gonna go take over the human race. I'm like, I didn't need this.
No, yeah, it's just like
now you're just like Planet of the Apes. I don't need that part of it. I can just fill in the gaps there.
Yeah. Planet of the Apes. I don't remember the soundtrack.
Okay, I was like, "Where's it?" No way, you know that soundtrack.
Nope, I have no clue. Rod Serling, though, we talked about Planet of the Apes. We did that. That's on there somewhere. The deep archives. You got to go deep on that one.
LAW archives.
Yeah, big old 2-hour episode of Planet of the Apes where no one liked it, I think, as much as we used to.
I never really enjoyed that movie.
It's not a bad movie, but yeah, I never understood how that was the popular genre. Like that was a franchise. It's like 5. There's 5 of them in the 70s, you know,
and a TV series,
and then they brought it back, and they're going to do another TV series. That's the name. They're doing a Disney or Hulu show. They're going to do a Planet of the Apes show, about the in between, basically the part after post Caesar's kids or something. You're going to see Caesar's children.
They talked about Fallout show, but they're also announced Assassin's Creed show.
Oh no! Stop. How come they have the God of War? They never did God of War. That's prime for a movie or a show.
It's expensive though.
Yeah. Well, so is fucking Assassin's Creed.
Or they could film half that show nowadays.
No, well, yeah, so that's what they would do. They'd get away with that.
So that's how you save money on that show. Like
it'd be in a boardroom in Canada. They shoot the show in Canada, some boardroom in Toronto skyscraper.
Oh yeah, and then 5 minutes an episode back in.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
And they do it like an episode of Xena, where it's just put some straw on the walls and we're here. Like
this is 1722, asshole.
Yeah. With the Templars, it's 1128.
This is the Holy Land, stupid.
They're talking like that though. It's the year 1128, bro. We got to stop these Templars.
I'm trying to think of the dialogue from Season of the Witch with Nick Cage. That it was the Dark Ages. Yeah,
that fucking witch is killing shit.
I've killed so many for the church.
And then Ron Perlman
for the church.
Ron Perlman gives up on that movie and walks out of it partway through.
I hear Ron Perlman. Every time I hear about Ron Perlman, I just hear how big of an asshole he is.
I can see that.
Even the actors that he works with, like the biggest compliment is, yeah, he's just a cranky motherfucker. It's just like, oh, okay. He's just never happy. But I'm kind of...
that being true. He's that breed of men. Where, yeah. Oh god.
No, I was thinking of a soundtrack, and Star Trek. I like Star Trek 2, Wrath of Khan, and Star Trek 3. Those were both James Horner. Those are James Horner soundtracks. Even the Jerry Goldsmith one from the first movie was pretty good. That's not bad. That's a pretty good theme. The Star Trek music. It's not bad.
Oh,
put it up there.
You know, I was asking you, what would you rather have, score or the soundtrack of like songs?
I think it's that score.
I just came up with one that I thought of is Donnie Darko. I don't like 80s music, but I like the 80s songs that they chose for that.
Right, because they're all covers, really, aren't they? Isn't that what they did?
No, this original songs. Like In Excess is on there.
Okay. No, it's just that the one song was covered was the
the Mad World.
Right, Mad World. That was a cover.
Yeah, the Tears for Fears version of that, not nearly as good.
No.
As the what's his name? Gary.
Oh, Jules.
Gary Jules.
Gary Jules. I think it's Gary Jules. And that's the only thing he's ever done. Was that version? I don't remember.
He's famous for that one song that was huge after that movie, and then there's also that Somebody You Used to Know dude, that Goat Yay or whatever. Somebody you used to know, and he just vanished after that song. Now I'm just somebody that I used. Now you're just somebody that I used to know. That's what it is. Fucking song, and then he vanished. Polite enough to vanish. If you're gonna be a one-hit wonder, disappear. Don't try to cling to your career for the next 40 years.
Come on, man. That's all I have. I think it's kind of funny. I think it's kind of sad. All I have is this one hit, and I'm never gonna let it go. I'm gonna open up a show in Vegas, or go to what is it called? Not Vegas, but the other Vegas, the shit Vegas in the South.
Atlantic.
Not Dollywood, but the other place.
God, I used to live right there. Biloxi?
No, the other one. Oh fuck! It's like the lame-o Broadway. It's like oh god,
Dixieland.
No, Moon River. Andy Williams plays there a lot. In The Simpsons, they drove in there, and he goes, "Oh, this is X." Dad says it's Las Vegas. It was ran by Ned Flanders. What was it? Oh fuck!
I don't know what you're talking about.
See again, this is the blank out episode. Fucking.
Well, we didn't have a topic, so
I know we're just grasping straws here. Oh my god, I forgot.
I don't know.
Terrible.
Yeah,
it's gonna come to me.
I was thinking of one-hit wonders that do soundtracks was Richard Cheese.
Yes.
They put his one song in Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah.
He did the Disturbed cover. That you fuckers get up. You won't get down with us. And then nobody heard of him ever again.
He had an album come out, but he just did covers. That was it.
He had a bunch.
He did, yeah.
But what's Richard Cheese up to now?
What about Bloodhound Gang? They had one song on a movie, right? Where it was the soundtrack. They had a few. I'm trying to think though. What was the biggest one? Probably The Roof Was on Fire. But what movie was that?
I don't remember. But I just remember that Local H, one of my favorite bands from Chicago. They have a song in a movie, and I was like, I watched it again as an adult. I'm like, holy shit! I didn't realize that was their song when I first watched it. It was the movie The Great White Hype.
Oh, okay.
Problem is, the song that they chose for it, they put into the movie where, what's his name? The white guy, the Irish dude. The director, what the fuck is his name?
Oh, Peter Berg.
Peter Berg.
Yeah.
They find him, and they gather him because he's playing in a band that's really shitty. And he's playing the Local H song in the beginning. I'm like, oh, not the best use of that song where it's supposed to be shitty.
Oh, Scott Pilgrim versus the World. That should be a 21st century soundtrack album.
Yeah, it wasn't on there.
Oh, that's shocking. That's a good one. That's a real good one. But again, though, a lot of those songs were covers of other bands, like indie bands. So it's like they had Sonic Youth on there, but there's a cover. They had a few others. Oh, what happened? What'd you discover?
Look at Richard Cheese right now. He's got a lot of stuff. Well,
Dick
he doesn't have
Cheese.
to do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get it.
How dare you mock me? You thought I was one hit wonder? Fuck you. Look at my repertoire.
He has a new album in 2022. Well, it says studio albums and singles. I don't know which is which. So 2022, something called Pussy Party.
Okay.
It's just like every year. He has two. Besame Queso. And then last year, Big Cheese Energy. The year before that, Numbers of the Beast. I don't know if these are songs. Who puts a list of studio albums and the singles? You have to separate. You fucking. Oh my god, I hate people right now.
I hate these people.
Discography. I'm gonna look them up somewhere else because this is a terrible list. Okay, he's got Lounge Against the Machine in 2000.
That's funny.
Apparative for Destruction in
That's
2005.
funny. That's good.
Silent Nightclub, Dick at Night, Viva La
Oh.
Vodka. That's his
Okay.
live album.
Wow.
Richard Cheese presents Johnny Aloha, Lavapalooza, Tiki music versions of rock and rap hits. That's the whole album title.
Well, he's the crooner, and that's all. It's like that's his shtick. He says
Live at the Royal Wedding.
He's the Michael Bublé, but of Weird Al Yankovic, basically. That's kind of what he is.
Lounge Supreme, OK Bartender, which looks like the Radiohead OK Computer.
Oh, okay.
The Royal Baby album. And then Cocktails with Santa in 2021. The Sunny Side of the Moon, the Best of Richard Cheese, 2006. And look at this cover. This pisses me off.
2006. Jesus Christ.
Look at this. He's got a little martini glass and
that's funny.
Stupid. The second song is the first one's "Rape Me," so that's Nirvana, I assume.
Oh
then
yeah.
The next one, People Equal Shit.
Rape me, my friend.
Yeah, it has a cover of Nookie and Freakin' Unleashed.
That'd be kind of funny.
Gin and Juice.
Okay. Oh, Freakin' Unleashed, they did a nice acoustic cover of that with Amy Mann from Evanescence when Korn was on MTV Unplugged. They did a version of Freakin' Unleashed. That was good. That was a good rendition. It was actually really well done. I was kind of surprised. Like, oh, that works. Something takes a part of me. Yeah, MTV Unplugged was good.
You and I.
But you can't unplug the auto tuner, so they can't do that. You can't have MTV unplug the auto tuner.
People make fun of like the grunge era bands,
right?
But they killed those unplugged sessions.
Yeah.
Soundgarden, or not Soundgarden, Alice in Chains, Nirvana, and Pearl Jam all did one, all fucking amazing.
Yeah, because they were fucking real musicians.
Yeah, real musicians who can actually sing.
We just don't have that anymore. They don't exist. Yeah, they didn't exist anymore. That's a David Bowie song.
Yeah, it's so awkward.
I'm gonna do this next song.
That was the Meat Puppets.
He sounds like Tiger Woods talking to his big titted girlfriends on the phone. Hey, this is Tiger. He just sounds like a dork.
I love when he plays, or in Kurt Cobain, when he does this is a Meat Puppet song, and he's like, "Where the bad folks go?" And he does this voice.
Yeah.
But then you listen to the Meat Puppets, and you're like, "Oh, they're terrible."
Yeah.
Like he's doing a really good version of how terrible the Meat Puppet singer is.
Right. Yeah.
I want to put the Meat Puppets through autotune to see if it becomes human at some point.
It sounds better. Yeah.
You ever heard that song by them?
I have not.
I will pull it up right now. We'll play a second of it. Meat Puppets.
I do like the fact that the Pixies took a Jesus Mary Jane song, and it's like a 5-minute song. They turned it into a 2-minute song. They just made it faster. Can we stop playing?
Sorry, which song? Jesus Mary Chain.
As soon as I get my head around you, I come around and catch the sparks off you. I think it's Head On.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's Head On.
Can we stop putting the Pixies, Where's My Mind and stuff? Fight Club did it.
That was it. That's all it should be.
No. They also used it in our favorite movie of last
year.
Malignant.
They did a cover of it. Yeah, they did a cover, like a very soft sounding version, but they used the shit out of it.
They used every piece of the buffalo on that.
Yeah, I think it's in Sucker Punch as well.
Here we go. Here's the Meat Puppets.
Okay. It's the longest intro I've ever heard.
That's all I'll play.
I didn't hear it at all.
What do you mean you didn't hear it?
I didn't hear it. I didn't hear anything.
Why didn't you hear it?
I don't know. It didn't play on my end.
What the shit?
Yeah, I didn't hear any of that.
I didn't do anything different than I normally do.
Oh, that's weird. Yeah, I didn't hear shit.
All right, I'll play it to you after the show. I can't play it again because we'll get shut down. You know how the YouTube robots are. I'll pull it up here and we'll play it after the show. Nope. Why can't you hear that?
I can't. I don't hear anything.
That is bizarre. Anyway, we'll figure that out later. We got 5 minutes left. You top another soundtrack, or
Oh, hold on.
This movie's very low quality.
Don't look that bad to me.
It's a story.
It's a fuck movie. I don't watch a fuck movie for the story. I watch a fuck movie to see fucking.
I got to side with Jesus on this. I personally appreciate an attempt at telling a story. When I care more about the characters, I care more about the fucking. Now, my main complaint about this movie here is we've been watching it for something like a half hour and there ain't been no ass fucking.
I love that last one. Oh, ass fucking.
Now that's got a soundtrack. The first one.
There ain't been no ass fucking.
It's got that fucking band.
I was just gonna bring that up. Yeah. Robert Rodriguez had, because he's a musician, he has pretty good soundtracks as well. If you're into that kind of music,
I like his stuff. Yeah, Desperado's a good soundtrack.
I love, it does, and I love in Fernando Dawn when suddenly the band's like, boom,
yeah,
Mary had a little lamb.
Yeah.
What the fuck? It was no.
Fuck you, everybody. Good night. We don't have that clip yet. We still need to get.
Oh yeah,
we still need to get
I'll
that.
add that
clip.
to the list.
But yeah, but I think when you say what do you prefer, a movie that has familiar songs that have been pre-established, using them as like to tell the story, or do you like a new song to tell the story, like Philadelphia, Streets of Philadelphia, where like that's the song associated with the movie, or like you have The Hurricane, which was kind of an odd choice because it's a movie that song came out like 40 years before the movie came out. The Hurricane song by Bob Dylan. They call him the Hurricane, and they put it in the finally made the movie to catch up with the song.
So you're going sound. You're going score.
I think score. I prefer a good score.
Yeah, I don't disagree. It really depends on the movie. If it's a serious movie, I want a good score.
Yeah.
If it's like High Fidelity would not work with a score.
No. Yeah.
Score. Like it needs music in it because it's about music. It's that sort of movie.
Yeah.
You know what a song I fell in love with because they played it all the time at this job I used to have is I never thought I would love this song, St. Elmo's Fire.
Oh, right.
Oh, fuck, this song's starting to get like
St. Elmo's Fire.
Yeah. And I finally listened to that Baker Street song with the saxophone.
Oh, I can't remember.
It's
Oh yeah.
I finally listened to that actual song other than the saxophone.
Yes.
It's like and then I went out there. And I'm like, oh my god. And the guy looks stoned out of his fucking mind.
Right, yeah.
It's a terrible music video. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, just the saxophone, thank you. It's not like awful, but just a saxophone. That's all I need.
Well, that's the good old 80s where they had like that wonderful, or like Billy Ocean, he had that song for, I think, Jewel of the Nile or Romancing the Stone, where it was that love song. I can't remember off the top of my head. I just remember, I just got, get into my car. That song where he goes, huh, hey, you, get into my car, bitch. Get in the car. And she's just like forced into his Porsche, and he's got to drive around with animated cats and fish singing back to him. It's an odd video. It's like this movie's about this music video is about kidnapping. Yeah, he has Disney cartoons all over the place. It's weird.
Makes sense.
Get into my car, bitch. He doesn't say that.
In my room.
And then
we're almost out of time.
I know there's a lot of soundtracks that are good that I just wish we could talk about more, but we keep this under 45 minutes. We can't do that. We can't break our own rule.
I will choose score.
I think score's better.
Soundtrack. And especially when it comes to Scorsese, stop putting the fucking Rolling Stones same 4 songs into everything.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Like now it's to the point where I saw a commercial and they started playing the what's that fucking Stone song that he always plays? Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. I can't even think of it at the top of my head right now. All I can think of right now is the Jerry Rafferty. Do 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 do. I think he does that in MacGruber, the movie, when he's outside his wife's grave naked.
Oh God, my hands sweat like 2 balloons.
I need the one. Yeah, oh God, that terrible cover in The Departed.
I love that cover. I love that song. I love that version.
Okay, we gotta go.
All right.
Bye. Let's end the broadcast so I can play these songs for you.